All right, so BlackRock projects the RWA sector is going to be worth over $10 trillion. And we're really just getting started in this space. We haven't seen a project reach over $10-20 billion market cap in the RWA sector just yet. And recently, I did invest in a project that's around $150 million market cap or so. So it's not small by any means, but I think there's still a lot of potential to still do 10, 20, even 30x returns on this project. And right now, the project is called PinLink, market cap right around $155 million. The cool thing about it is that it has $155 million market cap, around $2.9 million of liquidity, and 9,500 holders, but it really hasn't done much marketing just yet. I came across because a lot of you guys have been messaging me about it over on X, but if you go ahead and look at its account on X, it's still under 10,000 followers, but it's followed by some of the biggest names in the crypto space, and seeing this shows me that there is a massive undervaluation taking place where you're seeing all these big names following it, like Cyril XBT, Eli Z, Mason Versilis, Ted. You see big names following it. You see this big market cap. You see the big names behind it, but it hasn't reached like mass media. It hasn't reached bigger names in the crypto space just yet. And it's really like, yeah, there's a lot of big names behind it, but I'm surprised they don't have more followers just yet and even bigger market cap. Because if we're looking at what they're doing, the cool thing about it is that, first of all, PinLink is it's the first RWA tokenized DePin marketplace. It says driving down costs for AI developers and creating new revenue streams for DePin asset owners. And we'll go over all the details of how they do it because they're doing things very different than existing DePins, because most existing DePin projects, they simply offer rental income to DePin asset owners, but PinLink, they offer dual revenue streams, where if you go ahead and look at their documents, they talk about how with this dual revenue stream, highlight it right here, it says PinLink allows DePin asset owners to both rent out their GPU, CPU, TPU, cloud computing capacity, and mint an RWA NFT representing the asset itself. This means that as well as renting out the DePin device's capacity to AI developers, they can also sell fractional shares of the RWA NFT to third parties who want a cut of the income. So this provides a dual revenue stream, more flexible monetization option for owners, and this is something that is necessary long term in the DePin space because it presents, more monetization opportunities, and I think this is where we're going. So that is why PinLink has been so successful, because of what they're doing different compared to all other DeFi and DePin projects out there. If we're looking at PinLink, not only do they have this key differentiating factor, but also if you're looking at their team, there's a few interesting people over on their team. First is going to be their CEO. Their CEO is a former VP of engineering at Engine, which at its peak reached around a $4 billion market cap. So this person who's founded PinLink has experience building and being a part of multi-billion-dollar market cap projects. And now that he's doing his own project, he's pioneering this RWA tokenized DePin like project that we have not yet seen in any other aspect of the crypto market. We have not seen any other project do exactly what PinLink is doing. So if we go ahead and look at their website, they talk about a couple of key benefits, one of which is what we've already mentioned, increased income for DePin asset owners. That's one of the biggest and most important things in my opinion. They also talk about attracting more capital. Since by purchasing fractional shares of RWA DePin ERC 1155, those are like the NFTs, non-DePin owners can secure a source of passive income without having to purchase an entire DePin asset. Again, we talked about this as well. This is a massive, massive benefit. And then the other benefit, which we haven't really touched on, is lower costs for AI developers, because it says discounted pricing on enterprise-grade compute power due to the capital efficiencies created by PinLink's unique RWA tokenized DePin marketplace mechanics. So ultimately, if we're looking at this, there are simply so many benefits that PinLink has compared to any other DePin project. I think that's why they've been so successful already and why I project them to continue to outperform other DePin projects. If we're going ahead, we scroll all the way back to the top, and then we go ahead and take a look at their charts. We can see that on their charts, if we go to the daily time frame, we can see in terms of the daily time frame, this project has not been around very long. But in its very short period of time, around a month of being traded, being available, this project has gone exponential. It's gone parabolic. You could see that it was right around 3 cents per token 1 month ago. 3 cents per token. In a matter of a month, it has done an over 60x return. So I didn't get in this project that early, but I'm getting in it now. I got into it around that dollar per coin range, around a 2x return, but they are doing some very impressive things. And if you're looking at what's going on with the project, they're still also having some pretty serious volume taking place every 24 hours, around 1.5 million, despite not even being listed on major exchanges, which is really surprising to me. You can see they're only available on like Uniswap and DEXs. Like, they're not available on any tier 1 exchanges yet. And once we start to see them get listings on tier 1 exchanges, I think we very well could see this project reach $1 billion market cap. I think it's very, very likely and very possible that we'll see that happen, because they've been able to do all of this in terms of price action without being on tier 1 exchanges, really only being on Uniswap. We've seen that they've been able to do this in just a month. They've done a 60x return, which is mind-boggling. And if we're looking at what they're actually doing, the core mechanics of the project, they are doing things completely different than any other DePin project. They're trying to add more monetization features to the DePin sector, making it more accessible to everyone, where you don't have to buy actual DePin like devices. You could simply buy fractional shares of an NFT, still have access to the revenue generated. Like, they're doing things that are so exciting and so different. So if we're looking at what massive institutions have said, like BlackRock, who has talked all about RWA being a $10 trillion industry and a $10 trillion market. If we're looking at what these other big names are saying, I think PinLink has the potential to really lead the way and be a top 100 crypto by market cap very easily. So if we're looking at the overall space right now, I think PinLink is positioned perfectly to take that next leg higher and continue to rally, even be, worth $10 to $20 per coin pretty soon. They've done this without major exchange listings, and they've attracted such a large community. So it's really just a matter of time before we see those tier 1 exchange listings, before we see this project break above that $1 billion market cap, because they're doing real things, attracting real excitement about the project. And that's exactly what I look for when investing in any sort of RWA project, any sort of DePin project, any sort of AI project. Those are the things I really look for.